Here at the LA County Fair, the heat is on for the deep fry competition. I'm up against pros who fried everything from frog's legs to Pop-Tarts. Sadly, my test run with the marshmallow treat was a complete failure.
We have to change the oil now.
Are you serious? You gotta throw that out? The byproduct of deep frying is a lot of used oil. And up until recently, that oil was considered toxic waste. But now, used vegetable oil can be used to power biodiesel cars just like this one. So for this whole week, I'm going to be driving this car, my emissions are going to be lower, and I'm not going to use any non-renewable resources. Talk about win-win. Now, I just have to find a winning idea for my entry. And who better to help me than my good buddy, Chef Fred Eric. He's the culinary renegade behind some of LA's most unique restaurants. Fred, you know my challenge, right? A deep fried food that will win the People's Choice Award. So nothing too fancy schmancy.
Less foo-foo-y and a little bit more down to earth.
Exactly. What about deep fried cotton candy?
I think you might come into a kind of a mushed down candy ball.
Despite my fiasco with the deep fried snowball, I'm really keen to do something with marshmallow.
We actually get marshmallow sheets here. Donuts are so popular right now. Maybe we could make a donut-shaped one.
It's like a donut made out of a marshmallow? We try some variations on this and stuff them with all kinds of ingredients. Banana, chocolate, peanut butter, and caramel. Fred suggests that we seal the edges. And he's got a great idea for avoiding a deep fry meltdown.
I think if we freeze it for a second, and then you could dip it in, and it will stay together. What I'm hoping is this batter will seal like a balloon.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Unfortunately, Fred's theory doesn't pan out.
If you did this with more of a tempura batter and froze it long enough that it was really hard, I bet you'd have something really lovely.
I think it's going to take so much finessing that I don't think, like, in the next 3 days I'm going to be able to pull it off.
And you know, kind of the Evel Knievel risk factor. There. It's an A.
It's a huevos.
Disgust us.
Disgust us. I will file this one under work in progress. I may be discouraged, but I'm not defeated. I wanted to do some kind of, like, a slightly fancier corn dog.
Maybe if we did like a piece of ahi tuna.
We season it with a Japanese chili rub, and then grill it, and dip it in a cornmeal batter. I think it could be like the perfect combination of haute cuisine and crowd-pleasing flavors and textures.
Mamma mia, that's a corn dog.
That was awesome. That is definitely a contender. What are you going to be doing with this oil that I've ruined? I have an idea that will take my ahi tuna dog to the next level. And so I've come here to 1,000 Cranes restaurant to learn the secrets of tempura. Thank you. How long have you been making tempura for?
Yeah, almost 31 years.
31 years, wow. Chef Hiro-san's batter recipe starts with 3 egg yolks.
Cold water. We mix the water and the flour.
For tempura, it's important to keep all the ingredients as cold as possible. So it's cake flour kept in the refrigerator.
Yeah, not so strong, easy, like that.
And it's important not to overmix, or else the glutens will develop and toughen the batter.
Oil temperature, we need almost 350.
350 degrees.
Yes.
So you're just barely coating that asparagus. How do you know when it's done?
Sound. Sound going up.
That snap crackle of the bubbles is getting to a higher tone. After the asparagus, we fry up some prawns.
Yes. All right, good.
And I'm sold on Chef Hiro-san's batter recipe. Tempura is so crispy. It's like eating deep fried food, not deep fried batter with something hidden in the middle of it. Back at home, I'm totally pumped about testing the tempura batter on my ahi corn dog. I think that it's actually going to allow the beauty of the ahi flavor to come through and all that texture too. I love that this gourmet item is disguised to look just like a fairground classic. But this looks completely different than the corn batter version. It's really disappointing. I mean, maybe it'd be nice for a swanky cocktail party, but that's just not saying corn dog any which way. I'm heading back to the fair for some more inspiration. It's almost competition day, and I still haven't come up with a contender. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions while I'm doing this?
Go right ahead.
I'm entering that deep fried food competition here at the fair. I really need to get inside the headspace of the fairgoers to, know what they're here for.
They not only come for the food, they come for the excitement of the whole atmosphere out here.
Right.
Maybe actually trying some different kinds of foods that they normally don't have at home.
Oh yeah, that's surprisingly good.
So people like stuff on a stick. They like to try different stuff.
But you really have to go out of your way around this joint to make something different, don't you?
Yes, you do. You better come up with a real good idea.
Thank you.
with bacon and jalapeno.
Kind of like putting on a little show. If you can create something different,
Right.
they will actually try it. Excite the people.
Wow, so then it's not just really about feeding them, it's about giving them a complete experience and drawing them in that way. Oh!
I hope you're a better cook than you are at throwing them.
Oh! I'm going to put everything I've got into developing and testing a foolproof recipe. But will it be enough to beat the pros?
I'm gonna kick his butt.